questions that we received from the audience here today, one of the biggest theories I think people would like to hear about is the owl theory. Now, my texts are going to place up onto the screen by the power of magic a picture of a barn owl and the injury sustained by Kathleen Peterson. I just wanted you to have an opportunity, if you wouldn't mind, to demonstrate for the audience the significance of this theory.
Well, sure. So
10 minutes starts now.
All right. So, if you look at the right side of her scalp, you can see two injuries there. And a fellow by the name of Larry Pollard, who was a neighbor of the Petersons, looked at that and he said to himself, you know, that looks like the talons of an owl. And there are barred owls, B-A-R-R-E-D, barred owls, living in the trees around our homes. They would, swoop down and scare kids and scare dogs and things. And so he said, I think what happened here to start her bleeding was that she went outside after she left the pool area, and a barred owl swooped down and attacked her head and caused the initial bleeding, and then she ran inside bleeding profusely, because that's what scalps do, and collapsed in the staircase, and then got up and fell again and bled out, because the cause of death was bleeding. She lost of blood. And Larry came to me with that like 2 days before closing argument. The evidence in the case was closed, and he wanted me to argue that to the jury. And even if I had wanted to, which I didn't, I couldn't, because there was no evidence of barred owls at the trial. None of that stuff was in the evidence, and you can't argue something that's not already in evidence. So Larry left disappointed, and we lost the trial, but Larry stayed on this theory. And then we fast forward 8 years, to 2011, and now Michael's gotten a new trial. And I've got to think about what's going to happen if we have to retry this case. And so Larry and I met, and he showed me some affidavits he had gotten from experts. And, initially I thought, as I think you did, that this was a joke. I mean, how could this happen? But Larry had gotten some expert opinions, so I took it more seriously. And so what I did was I put together a list of the circumstantial evidence that would support a theory that an owl inflicted the initial wounds, those wounds on the right side of Kathleen Peterson's head. Circumstantial evidence is powerful evidence. And prosecutors use it all the time. They'll say something like, well, if you are going to sleep and you look out your window and you can see the green lawns and the streets and the bushes, and you go to sleep, and then you wake up and you look out the window and everything is covered with snow. You didn't see it snow. There's no eyewitness to the snow, but there's circumstantial evidence that it snowed while you were sleeping, and all the jurors go, oh yes, that's true, right? Because it's a powerful argument. All right, so the circumstantial evidence in support of the owl theory. First, there were in fact barred owls living in the area of the Peterson home. Second, barred owls can be aggressive, and that's now been established through various people like Larry Pollard and the experts that he has consulted with. Third, barred owls have in fact attacked people. We knew nothing about that in 2003. It was before Google was a verb. Google was still just a search engine. It was before YouTube had anything other than, pictures of babies, doing stupid things. But now, and you can do this if you want, if you go home and type into Google owls attacking humans, you will come up with a number of news stories about owls attacking humans. If you type into your YouTube owls attacking humans, you will come up with photos and videos of